Welcome to Adelaide Writers Week. We are so fortunate to have a very special guest with us, Mr. Shamus O'Reilly, who's come all the way from Ireland especially for this special occasion to talk about his new book. Now, Shamus, we're so delighted to have you. To open, we're going to play an audio reading of the opening chapter of your new book, and then after that I'd like to take some questions, if you don't mind.
The tree and the elephant were best of friends. Both were young and both were small.
My socks are always clean and I tend not to snore.
They munched on bars of Criollo, content to nod and agree with Brazil that the factory was a marvellous invention.
But God's punishment fell on them both, for within a year they had both lost their sole male heir.
He would jump too, answering it himself and greeting the caller in a raspy voice with a rich Siberian accent. "Here is Grishka!" An anguished cry burst from the cages. The eagle cannoned out of its corner and crashed explosively into the bars.
He was somewhat taken by surprise at his new sex symbol status and felt confused, since it seemed to detract from the seriousness of the work he was doing.
As I walked into the cramped space, the familiar smells filled the air, but standing behind the counter was a little Vietnamese woman.
40 years on, the Eagle Hotel's self-served roast beef and salads on butcher's blocks in summer, with pots of hot soup over the fire in winter.
Outrageous and over the top as the jumpsuits often were, they were still nonetheless quintessentially Elvis.
Moral: friends are people you can count on, not can't.
He'd size-marked up. Of course, his vanity, his self-importance, his amateurism, and all the rest of it. Be like looking after him.
He that recounts the life of another commonly dwells most upon conspicuous events, lessens the familiarity of his tale to increase its dignity, shows his favourite at a distance decorated and magnified, like the ancient actors in their tragic dress, and endeavours to hide the man that he may produce a hero.
You have a rational self, but it's not your only one, nor is it often in charge.
Well, it's cutting-edge stuff. I wonder if you'd like to maybe explain what you were thinking when you wrote those words.
Oh, yes, I would. I'd really like to explain that, but I don't think I can.